had split peas, potatoes, and some spices. George, the person who is the manager here, provided some of this. It's a rye bread with some meat. From the Lidl supermarket, I purchased this Cabernet. It's from the US. It tastes pretty good, and it's about 50 Czech crowns, which is about $2. With that, I'm having some figs. Having some coffee, some cookies or pastries from the Czech Republic. I came out of the hostel, Moravia. George managing the place. Really nice guy. I'm on my way now, and on the way I'm gonna see the NATO Days air show. Navigate my way to the Ostrava Airport. I think I have to go to Slovakia first. Looked at my map, and the direction that I want to go is towards the airport and Pribor. What I'm finding on some of these roads is that there's not a shoulder where I can ride my bike safely. Then there are some places where there's like a sidewalk where you can ride. There's a lot of traffic right now, probably because of the NATO Days air show. I'm near the airport in the little village of Petrovald, and I'm going through a forest. I was hoping to see the planes up close, you know, parked. This is the US military fighting vehicle Bradley. Canadian Air Force F-18. This is the Lockheed Martin F-35 fighter jet. I think it's an M1. The armor on this is very thick. This is the Apache attack helicopter. Here's a US Army Black Hawk helicopter. Here's the Czech Air Force Mi-35. I've never seen so many food booths. Over the 2-day weekend, there's going to be over 100,000 people. As you can see, I'm pushing my bike up this hill. There's a lot of rolling hills here, and some steep ones like this. Wow, that ride I had yesterday was epic. It was about 70 kilometers, or about 43.5 miles. Elevation gain of about 550 meters, or about 1,600 feet. Along with that, I did a lot of walking at the NATO Days air show. As I was riding my bike yesterday, I had a partial map of my route, But the other part of it, I didn't have a map, so I had to ask people. And one thing I noticed is some people just don't want to tell you directions because perhaps they don't know English. But then there was other people who did know English. Even some of the people who didn't know English, they helped me. I just told them the location where I'm going. They would point. I can kind of get a gist of the direction to go, so they were helpful, and I must have stopped about 3 or 4 times to ask directions. One thing I would suggest is that if you don't have a map and your Google Maps is not working, and mine is not working here because I don't have a cell plan, is to draw your own map. Identify the major roads and also cities or towns. I think you can find your way if you do that. But it was very difficult yesterday. Tonight I arrived here at Penzion Diana at around 8 o'clock last night, so it was dark. I had my headlamp on. Here's the reception area. Here is my room. And here's the bathroom. If you wanted to have breakfast, it's between 8 and 10. Leaving the pension, heading off to Huštěnovice, about 56 kilometers from here. Along my route, I've been finding these plums, apples, pears, and they're very ripe and good. Here's some apples off the road on the apple tree. Lidl supermarket, my favorite market. I'll come in. I think there's some jelly filling in that one. Maybe that's some lemon in there. I think I'm also gonna get a pizza. Always like some milk chocolate. I'm gonna get me a head of lettuce. They sell some of this pate type of meat product, which I'm gonna try out. I'm gonna also get some sardines. I think these are 0% alcohol beers, possibly. I'm gonna try one. I'm at a bus stop, and so I'm gonna eat a lunch here. I'm in Martinice, and here's the map. Here's Martinice. And in the hotel room, I also drew this map. This has been very helpful. What's really cool is to see these religious statues along the roadside. It's coming down pretty good, so I'm under a little bit of protection. Here's the Penzion Adamčík. Here's the room. I left my US and European socket adapter at the other pension, so I'm gonna have to go purchase a new adapter. A hardware store. This is what I need to get at my favorite supermarket. Look at these bottles of beer. They're like less than $1, maybe about 70 cents. From Penzion Adamčík, I'm starting to head to Bratislava, Slovakia. On my bike to the train station first. I'm riding from Huštěnovice to the train station in Staré Město, which is about 7 kilometers away. I'm at Staré Město train station. I purchased a ticket to Bratislava, stop at Bratislava. I'm gonna eat at a restaurant. I read some reviews on this restaurant and it's cheap prices and hearty, good basic food. Here's my bicycle. This is the lunch that I got for 120 Czech crowns. Soup, salad, and some type of meat. I don't know what it is. I just pointed to it. This is a bean soup, which is exactly what I want. And I tried a little bit of this sauce. I think it's like a yeast type of sauce. I'm not exactly sure what kind of meat this is, but it's like a roulade where they rolled up some vegetables in there. It's good though. This is pork and the gravy is really good. Also separately bought for about 25 Czech crowns, some carrots. That was a little bit nerve-wracking. This train to Bratislava is about 10 minutes late. As far as the track, they notified us about 5 minutes before this train came. So I wasn't sure which track, which was okay. I figured it out. I'm supposed to take the next train to Bratislava at 12:55, so hopefully I can make that train. With the last of my Czech crowns at that restaurant, I just purchased some cola drink and a candy. Now I'm in Bratislava. Beautiful mural up there. I'm waiting for my next connection to Bratislava. Show you a little bit of Bratislava near the train station.
Loyola Ignác píše Hamleta, jenž mluví slova, slova, slova. Zrna jsou dávno v mouku semleta a hrbáč havra, hlízy klova. Jsou slova básní v pokru prohraná, dívky od penc, pívem spité. Dříž lesklá pera v peří hávrana a kříženč drží jezujte. V zástupu chátra, cedrana, údlaci.
The reason why I'm taking the train is I'm not in great cycling shape right now. Last 2 days I rode about 5-6 hours a day over hilly terrain, and my legs are a bit sore today, so I took the train instead and let my legs recover. This trip is going to take about 2 hours from Staré Město to Bratislava, and the cost is about $10 or 140 Czech crowns. I don't have any cell service here on my phone, so what I do is to just draw my own map, and then I put some timetables for the train. Here's the Bratislava train station. It's not as cold here. I think it's because of a lower elevation.
It's so hard pulling these feelings from deep down inside.
Patio Hostel. It's in a courtyard away from the street. Here are the dorms. Here are the lockers, and they give you a key. Here is the bathroom. And after 5 o'clock, you can get a free drink. This over here. Got quite a bit of people from Ukraine over there at the table. Look at all these guys preparing food. These guys are from Ukraine. He's cooking it up.